If he can claim 3 times artist of the year, why can't he claim 55,000? He can't.
All right.
He can. So, one, I need to know the people in his class.
Why isn't he extended the conversation to the foreign territory? Me, myself, I did it at O2 Arena. You understand? Then he uses the patois to clear everything. They will know, yeah, we are speaking at one. Here with Long John the blogger and Roland Amati. Of course, earlier this week, we saw Stonebwoy grant an interview to 3 Music TV where he spoke about his stadium show, filling the whole stadium, and of course, he made some statements. He actually said that he's the only artist in this era that has been able to fill the Accra Sports Stadium. And I think many people didn't agree with him on the fact that he's the only person in this era that has been able to do that, because people believe that other people have been able to do something like that.
No, hold on. What do you believe?
No, of course, I also believe that he's not the only person who has filled the Accra Sports
people
Stadium.
you were talking about.
Yeah, I also agree with you.
We believe.
Roland, I want to start off with you, of course, because I've seen what you guys have done with Accra Sports Stadium. I think if we talk about the stadium shows in Ghana, in Accra,
they started.
For me, what he's saying is true. What he's saying is true. He says, he was speaking in a context. Let's not take him off the context. Okay. He was very specific. He says the people in his class. This is the word he used. He says the people in his class.
Okay.
So now, for me to say whether it is true or not, I want to understand the people in his class.
Okay.
Let's get his classmates.
So who are his classmates?
Exactly my point. So who are his classmates? That's a very beautiful question. Now, in an era between 2010 and 2013, or 2010 and 2015, that is when we will classify some people as peers in the industry. You understand? Maybe between their breakthrough time between 3 to 5 years. So Sarkodie came to the limelight, I think, from 2010, right?
Yeah, 2009.
Exactly, 2009, 2010. We have others who also between 2010 and 2015 thereabouts, 2010, 2015 thereabouts, there are people who actually had their breakthrough that year. Those people are considered as peers. So now, let's look at Stonebwoy's peers. Sarkodie is one of them. Has Sarkodie done a show at the stadium? No. Maybe you can help me with some other names as well. But if we are to expand the reach, we are to expand the bracket out of his class, then maybe you can get some people like Shatta to dispute that fact. You understand? To argue that fact. But in his class, maybe he knows the people he considered as his class. Because as far as me I'm concerned, Shatawale is in a different class. Stonebwoy is in a different class.
Okay.
I mean, this is someone who Grammy has actually...
Yes. And again, for it to be coming from somebody that has conferred on himself 3 times Artist of the Year TGMA winner, of which there are no records.
When we have seen only 2 plaques.
When we have seen only 2 officially.
Yes.
I am not surprised, even with the number of 55,000, right, that he's saying. I am not surprised he's saying 55,000, where people know that technically, even the capacity and the setup and everything makes it almost impossible for 55,000 people to be there. I wouldn't want to please. No, wait. I wouldn't want to jump ahead of him and say, bro, you are lying. Because the person says he's now priding himself as the 3 times Artist of the Year winner. The institution that are supposed to confirm or deny are quiet.
That's a big conversation, actually.
Are quiet too. Are quiet. Because I don't know, during COVID times, sporting activities, there are certain cup matches that were scrubbed off. And in fact, they've been ruled out. So that year, when you check on their calendar, it is blank. I don't know how Ronaldo will come and say, during this time, I was supposed to win it, so I am. And Ballon d'Or, FIFA will keep quiet over this.
Right.
And this particular assertion is based on certain people that were present on the night, certain people. And I am asking
DJ
myself,
Black Sea.
DJ, and I am asking, no disrespect to them, but these are people that are top, that are close to authorities, close to action. My own is that if they say, of which you are basing on to make that assertion, in what official capacity is that communication? Because I have not heard the PRO of the scheme say it. I have not seen any form of communication from the scheme or from the body or the organizing body say it. You understand? And they are quiet over it. So does that mean that in the year or in this year, Stonebwoy can win Artist of the Year and can parade himself and say, I am the one that is supposed to win it, and so I am also Artist of the Year.
Yeah.
It is not possible.
It is not possible.
So if he says he's done 55,000, no problem. Yeah. Maybe in his own calculations, he was able to calculate that 55,000.
Yeah, he said that.
If he can claim 3 times Artist of the Year, why can't he claim 55,000? He can't.
All right.
He can. So, one, I need to know the people in his class.
Before
I will say, okay. And his class, of course, Adam was there. Why didn't Adam challenge it?
Because it's not his class. Simple.
Adam was there.
Adam was out before him.
Adam was there. Stonebwoy referred to the people in his class.
The last 2.
Adam was in the same studio with him. But did Adam challenge? No. Because Adam does not consider himself in Stonebwoy's class. Or he doesn't consider Stonebwoy in his class. If you ask Adam to mention his mates or his peers or the people in his class, I'm not sure he will mention Stonebwoy.
No.
Yes, Stonebwoy is doing very well currently. But if you ask Adam to mention your peers, he will not mention Stonebwoy. You understand? So I understand the angle he's coming from because he has his own class. And in his class, he's the class prefect. He shaped them all. No problem. But if we expand the entire school, then you go see some people they form 3, some people they form 2, some people they form 1 classes, class 5 or them they all the inside. Then everybody will know in level. Why would Rocky Dawoodi come and argue over a Grammy nomination? You don't need Grammy. You don't need Rocky Dawoodi to come and tell us he's a 4-time nominee.
He's there. He's
there. So why do I need you to come and tell me?
Todd has also used his 1-time Grammy nominee on his platform.
Look, I don't need.
Why you do this? Why?
No. He has forgotten to remind you. Rocky has done.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need Rocky to come and tell me he's a 4-time. Guilty beat.
Yes.
One has about 4 different nominations. Even in this year's scheme. I don't need him to come and tell me.
Yeah, shout it.
So if you come and tell me you are 3 times, and if I go and check self, you are not 3 times, and you come and tell me you've done 55,000. Bro.
Okay. Chai, what do you have to say about this stadium thing?
First of all, it's very embarrassing. 2, very unfortunate for something like this to happen in front of another international artist. You understand? I think where the conversation happened wasn't the best. You don't paint your country in the face of someone that will cause a conversation that the person will have to ask himself, hey, what's happening in this country? Do you understand? I think the best conversation should have been left, at least when she is gone, and maybe you want to come for your interview, you can discuss that. But doing that back and forth in my class, in front of a visitor, I think is not one to talk like we should actually comment. Because it's one thing for her to see it, and it's another thing for her to go and say it out there. You understand? You don't know the kind of message you carry across. I think it's very unfortunate. But 2, today I am seeing for the first time, Shatta Wale is the one supposed to be fighting over things like this. Because they crown him the local artist. I mean, the industry people who have caucuses against him. They call him the local champion. But for the first time, I have not seen Stonebwoy fight over his own show he has done internationally, filling the auditorium. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yes. For the first time, an international artist is only talking about festivals which are not his. and fighting for a local show he did in Ghana with an international artist. Like the right conversation for Stonebwoy to me would have been, okay, I feel the O2 Arena. The first artist to fill the O2 Arena.
Okay, I get you now. Okay.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Indigo O2.
Yes, the Indigo O2.
We don't need medical.
You understand?
So you see, medical also in his class.
Yes.
Is the one that has filled
and that is
the
international.
Indigo O2 Arena.
That is not Ghanaian.
Yeah.
That is international. You understand?
So actually, you are expecting Stonebwoy
yeah,
because of the fact that he has the international
and we have an international artist with him
team next to him. You felt like Stonebwoy should
the bragging right should have been international.
Something he had done internationally.
Yes, because he spoke about his festival all, but I never heard him say, I personally did. You could see.
No, he has a show in the UK.
No, it's not coming up. You are talking about your past achievements.
Can Promise had a show in Asia.
Thank you. Back to back.
And
so,
when you call Can Promise today, he will talk about that particular show.
Thank you.
Okay.
You understand? So why is he skipping those foreign? We should. The way he was, I use my fee. Yes, we are happy. I am glad he understands the business so well. He's putting his own. Yes, he's putting his own. Even though nobody is ready to cough up money for him, he's doing it by himself.
It was with the label.
He said he did it himself. Please, let's go by his narration before they come for our head.
Okay.
So we are going by his narration. He did it by himself. The Beam Band. Why isn't he extended the conversation to the foreign territory? Me myself, I did it at O2 Arena. You understand? Then he uses the patois to clear everything. They will know, yeah, we are speaking Agwan.
Yes.
You understand?
But you do that.
You saying Ghana. First of all, you are there with an international artist. Secondly, you are not competing with the international artist, unless you want to tell me that he's competing. Two, you also had another local artist in there. If it was someone who couldn't control his emotion, you can guess what could have happened there.
Yeah, but Adam is very mature.
You understand? You see, this kind of, that's what I'm saying. Me, where he did it was wrong.
Okay.
You understand? So I think going forward, no, where he passes certain comments, if he wants to talk, if you went on international, he talk about the O2 Arena, the Indigo O2, the other theaters in US that you failed. That's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
You understand? Because that is where you say your brand is international artist.
Final one before we go. Actually, in that same interview, he spoke about the fact that Gomsky said that dancehall was our biggest problem, and he even mentioned Gomsky's name and said he was giving Gomsky some hype. And I was like, why? Yes, he said that in the video. Yeah, in that interview, he said that.
Yeah, I said,
no, he said that in the interview, or he said it on a low tone, or jovially.
He said he give him hype, something like that. But Gomsky be the co-founder of Cracks Global. Gomsky worked with RTBs and all that, and he even mentioned it. So if somebody who has worked with established artists like this, and this is his opinion, you can disagree with him, but the way and manner where Stonebwoy talk out, where me I don't feel like this one I think you
they give him hype, make it give him hype.
He said they give
but I also disagree with Gomsky's assertion. Yeah, of course. I disagree. Because every era and what is being pushed, it is just like you telling me that hip life is also one of the problems of the country. Because at a point, hip life was our toppest genre that we exported.
Even Nigerians were buying it.
High life has been at a point one of our toppest genre that we exported. So if you say that, then Charlie, I believe you are not being fair to the people who are championing the dancehall culture here and are winning big. Because whatever was won or whatever glory they won from that particular period, it was through that. And the umbrella, the bigger picture of that glory came to Ghana. That is me. So on that sense, I cannot say it has been our problem. If there are other ways that we can champion our sound, fine, I believe we should bring it. But if you come and tell me it has been our biggest problem, has dancehall been the biggest genre in Ghana? Is that what we are saying? In terms of the kind of genre that the Ghanaian music industry has championed, is dancehall the biggest so far? If it is, then you can tell me it has been our biggest problem. But if we would want to agree that we have more high life artists than dancehall artists, we had more hip life artists than dancehall artists. In fact, we had people who did so much with other genre than dancehall, then dancehall has never or will never be our problem. Whoever would want to respect you will respect you regardless of the genre that you're doing.
Or the music identity from
exactly.
The country. All right. Long John, final words.
I think he said everything with regards to that statement. But me, I didn't really pay attention to what Stone said until he said it. And I feel, Charlie, the pettiness is too much. Understand? No matter who Stonebwoy think he is, people helped him reach there. It is no wrong if he actually mentions anyone's name.
Yeah, it feels like when he mentioned his
he shouldn't think he's doing anyone a favor. The only person in this world doing we all as humans a favor is God.
Amen to that.
Because we are all sinners. You didn't understand. So he shouldn't talk like that is him.
Okay.
I never expected a statement like that. But then I also had a breaking news, which isn't part of the conversation. I've been reliably informed that Lastmid has stopped working with SAC 7 as his official manager. Yes. Yes. So that is the breaking news that came in just now, that somebody has been sacked. Lastmid has actually sacked SAC 7 as his personal manager, and he has a new person.
It happens in this piece.
So that's basically it.
It happens.
I just hope whatever he wants, the kind of person he wants to work with, God helps him get that
At every point in time, you may not be with somebody forever. So departing from somebody's camp, it's one of those things. Man.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on the show today.